What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We have a really special guest, Omar Figueroa Sr. How are you doing today?
Great. I'm doing great.
And I just want to take some of your time up, talk to the fans about your son and what can we expect in the future. He's coming off of a very tough fight with the Japanese Arakawa. Tell us a little bit about that fight, what you've seen in that fight.
Uh, what I saw, man, it was a great fight, and I think it was more of a learning experience for my son, and that's going to help him because he was finishing opponents in the first round or two, and a couple of fights went to the distance. But I think this fight, is going to help him a lot, and he's going to learn from there, and he's going to take, he's going to be training harder. Now he's a world champion, so he's got to go in there, and every time he goes in there, he's going to be 110% now.
I definitely agree. I mean, Arakawa was taking some monstrous shots, and he wouldn't go down. So I think that's definitely valuable for your son, a fighter with power. And when did you notice your son first had power, that type of devastating punching power?
I noticed it earlier early in his career. He was like 8 or 9 years old, and he was hurting kids, a little older than him. But he would take his time. In the amateurs, he did good. He won state, and he went to nationals here in U.S., and he went to nationals in Mexico. But people would tell me, when your son goes pro, man, he's gonna have a lot of power. He's gonna be knocking out his opponents. And I would always get those comments, and I knew it because when training my son, and I would give him mitts. I mean, I could feel his punches. I could feel him, and I would put the body protector, and he would hurt my wrist. I mean, with 16-ounce gloves and with a protector, and man, I could only go like 2 rounds in hitting my body, and I knew it from the beginning that he was something special. He can take a punch, and he is very, very competitive. He doesn't like to lose. You play marbles with my son, he wants to beat you. You play handshakes, he wants to beat you. You play Nintendo or Xbox, this guy's gonna beat you.
Man. All right, and what was it that you seen in your son that got you into boxing? Like, what made you put him into boxing, and what age did he start?
He started, he was like 2 years old, and I bought him some gloves that would squeak, You would hit something, and they would, squeak. And he would put them on, and he would be hitting the wall, the table, the chairs, and he would just be squeaking. So I took him away from him, and then the next day, I would put him on again, and he would be, throwing punches left and right. And then after that, he was, I think, 3 years old, and I bought him a clown. You hit this clown, he had some weight on the bottom. He would go back and forth, and he would just punch him, pop, 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 all day. And since that age, I love boxing. I couldn't be a professional because I had to work. I was a migrant worker since we migrated from Mexico, and I never got the attention from my parents. I was a street fighter, but I love this sport of boxing. It's so beautiful, and God, I guess He heard my praise, and my first son, my first kid was a boy, and he has so much power, and he's got so much talent. I mean, what else can I ask for? So here we are, man, world champions now.
And the sky's the limit. Who has your son been in the sparring rings with? We talked earlier, so tell the fans some of the opposition he's been up against in sparring.
One of the toughest sparring for my son was Edwin Valero, 28-0, 28 knockouts. And I was in Monterrey when Valero was getting ready for Antonio De Marco. And from there on, I knew my son, he was going to do good in the pros because Valero, not everyone can go in that ring with Valero. Valero was an animal, and he proved it. I mean, he hurt my son a couple of times, but my son went back at it and hurt him back again. So we earned the respect from the Valero team. His fellow Venezuelans that came with him, his personal trainer, physical trainer, they all were talking about my son, and I would just be on the side and hearing what they were saying, and they came up to me and they said, man, this kid, something different. No one has lasted, with Valero, and this kid just amazing, man. He's got a baby face, but he punches like a man.
We definitely see that in the ring, and he had to be young fighting Edwin Valero. He was about 19, you say?
He was 19 years old. He was like 6-0 at the time, 5-0, and Valero told me this is the best sparring that I've ever had. It's not only sparring, these guys, throwing back and hurting me. I hurt him, he hurts me, and that's the kind of sparring that I need. Someone that can push me. Because I think he was going to fight Pacquiao later on that year. He was scheduled to fight Pacquiao in Texas Stadium. And he personally told me if my son could go to Venezuela, and I was invited also. He said, I'll get you the best house over there, whatever you guys need. I just want you guys to go over there and help me train. If I come back to Texas, well, you guys come with me. I want you guys in my team. I said, yes, definitely. Because my son, it's also going to help my son. Sparring with Valero, imagine. This guy, since the first round to the 8th, 9th, 10th round, it was just, it was a fight. It wasn't sparring, it was like fighting.
Man. And you guys currently reside in Texas. What has boxing been like on the Texas scene? And what is it like to get the support of fellow Texans?
Right now, my son's schedule is full. He's getting invitations left and right. We just got invited to the San Antonio with Gloria Estefan and Mario Lopez and Emilio Stefan coming in 2 weeks, I think, for people in Espanol. So that would be something great for my son. They want to interview him there, and we got invited. He's getting all the respect from here from the Valley. He's the first ever Valley champion, world champion from the Valley. So imagine that. I mean, I get calls like every day, at the morning, at night, and it's great. It's great because we're taking it in the right way. But I kind of figured, if God, was good to us and would help us, this moment would come, sooner or later. And personally, me, I'm enjoying it because I'm the one who started him in boxing, and I'm the one who's always been behind him. Hey, let's go here, let's go that, let's take this video to the Golden Boy, promotions. Let's go sparring. He got noticed. I think I didn't tell you this. He got noticed when he sparred Amir Khan. That's when Golden Boy said, "Hey, they call him the kid from Texas." And we went to Freddie Roach's gym. He sparred with Amir Khan there.
Oh, wow. So, what can we look forward to from your son? I mean, like I said, the sky's the limit. He has people like John Molina calling him out. What would you like to see next for your son?
It's up to Al Heyman. We're going to talk it. I'm kind of his manager still, and I help him train a little bit. But we're going to wait for his hands to get healed, and then we'll start talking who his next opponent is. Hopefully he fights here in the Valley. I mean, people here in the Valley, they're like, when is he fighting here? When is he? I know he's going to pack the house. Definitely he's going to pack the house. But unfortunately, we have State Farm Arena who holds like 25 to 8,000 people. I think that's way, way too small. So we're looking at something, outdoors that holds like 15,000. But it's nothing concrete right now. We're looking at, at several things right now. But as soon as he heals from his hands, he'll go back to training. And now here comes the big fight. Now he's a world champion. And we know that everyone's going to come hard at Omar. And so he's got to defend that title now.
Definitely. And where can fans stay up to date with Omar or you? Does he have a Twitter or anything?
I think he does have a Twitter. I don't really know. I have a 9-hour job still, and right now he was in an interview in McAllen, 20 minutes away from here. You can talk to him. I'll give you, when he's around, I'll get all the information so you can have the Twitter and everything, email. And
okay, I'll definitely get that information from him. And do you have any messages for Spanish-speaking viewers?
Oh, just, thanks for all the support, and when Panterita fights, it's going to be action, thrilling action and excitement, and that's all I can say. He's going to put up a fight, and he's going to try to please his fans. That's what he does in every fight. He's gonna go in there and throw, like they say, punches and bunches, and that's the way. That's his style. That's the way I taught him when he was young, and that's the style he knows. And you know what, people, Hispanic people and Mexican people, they love that style. So that's what we got.
All right. Omar, I just want to thank you for your time. I wish you the best of luck, you and your son. And we look for great things from the both of you in the future. So we'll definitely be in touch, and I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Likewise, and thanks for the opportunity. And I want to thank you from the Rio Grande Valley, all the people here. I mean, they're mostly into boxing now because of my son, and so I just want to thank you for that.
No problem, and we'll definitely get him the exposure he needs, and we'll be in touch.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.